So, 29 female, of almost 2 years is ghosting me, 30 male, out of the blue, a week before we are supposed to start our new lease. I don't understand. We have been a couple for almost 2 years now, 2 years in November. I thought everything was going fine, etc. We signed a lease last month for renting a home, with a move-in date of November. Last weekend we had planned to go visit her parents a few hours away. On Friday she called me and sounded pretty upset, and said she needed a weekend by herself to think and sort out feelings. She didn't seem to want to volunteer any information. I said that was fine, and she said she would call me on Sunday or when she sorted out her thoughts feelings. Saturday evening, I texted her, "Are you feeling better? Do you want to talk? Or do you need anything?" She responded with, "Please just leave me alone now." I was pretty hurt by how blunt the message was and just dropped it. She didn't call me Sunday, so I let her be. Monday evening I sent her another text, asking what is going on, and got no response. I called her Tuesday, and my phone calls were going immediately to voicemail. I got extremely concerned, so I drove out to her apartment, and noticed her car was missing. So, I decided to send a FB message to some of her friends I knew. It was at that point that I realized she was no longer on my FB, Instagram, Twitter, etc. I sent a message to a few of her friends who I knew. One finally got back to me late last night and said, "I need to learn to know when I have been dumped, and I need to move on with my life, and leave her alone." Today I received a text message from one of her friends telling me my ex said she was able to convince the LL to remove her from the lease, and she paid 6 months her share of the rent out of her own pocket. Any of the things she had of mine were just left with my parents. Anything I have of hers can be thrown out. That's it. My parents had no idea what was going on. It wasn't my ex. It was someone my parents are not familiar with who came by and gave it to them without explaining anything before leaving. I don't understand. We went out last Wednesday and had a great time. She stayed at my place. I don't understand why she was upset on Friday. Am I missing something? I feel confused, panicking, and I just feel lost. I got no goodbye. I don't understand. TLDR, my so of 2 years ghosted me, and I don't know why or understand at all. Update. Got a lot of good advice, and wanted to thank everyone. The entire situation has pretty much left me pretty goddamn miserable and just frustrated in general. On Sunday, she sent me a very long message via email, pretty much explaining what happened. Pretty much it boiled down to, well, she wanted to try having a serious relationship with her friend. Her friend is the same person who sent me the extremely blunt message about her dumping me. Apparently, for a year before we started dating, she was having an on-again off-again relationship with her. I never knew this, and nobody ever mentioned it. Apparently, it wasn't serious and they broke it off because her friend got cold feet about actual commitment. I never really knew how close my ex and her friend were, but I am probably just dumb. She says she never cheated on me, but apparently, the night after I last saw her, her friend confessed to my ex when she heard about us moving in together. I don't know. According to her, she needed to give this a try, because she is apparently in love with her and has been for years. She said she was a coward and really sorry. She also offered to be friends in the future, just not now. I rejected that. Anyways, that aside, and now we had a bit of communication. We both signed a lease amendment taking her off the lease. She also sent me the money for a chunk of the rent for the year, as she felt she needed to make stuff right somehow. I am still going to move into the house, as I can pay the rent myself even without her help. Honestly, at the end of it all, I guess it was I was just way more into her than she was into me, and I never really noticed it. Considering how often this friend was around, I probably should have noticed something, I guess. However, I will say that personally, even before this, I found her friend to be pretty manipulative, and I doubt it is going to work out how she thinks it will. But I am done with her. TLDR, she wants to try a serious relationship with her friend. Confession 2. I, a 48 female, am terrified that I may have ruined my relationship with my sons. 6 months ago, I, 48 female, lost the love of my life, 50 male, very suddenly. Every day, it somehow hurts more than it did before, and I'm still struggling very much with trying to move on. My husband and I have 3 sons together, 17 male, 15 male, and 5 male. They are the reasons I am still alive today. I admit I haven't been there for them much. I shut myself off after my husband passed. I went to work and paid the bills, ate, drank, and slept, and nothing else. I put my own emotions aside for my sons, and then, after 3 months, I just closed myself away, trying to heal myself, so tired and so desperate for some solace. I was there for them at first, but I just needed some time for myself. A few days ago, I joined them for breakfast for the first time in a while. They were eating Pop-Tarts and dry Cheerios. I suggested calmly that maybe they eat something a little healthier, and my oldest son told me, without so much as considering my suggestion, told me to f*** off. None of my sons have ever cursed at me. And that wasn't even the end of it. My older 2 sons are essentially ignoring me, and they're keeping my youngest son, my baby boy, away from me. They have been treating me like an enemy, or worse, like I don't even matter enough to be an enemy. I'm being ignored, and nothing I say has made it better. Confession 3. Friend, female 18, of mine, male 20, introduced me to a girl, female 19, and then screwed everything up. Using a throwaway cause, you never know. So, a close friend of mine, let's call her S, introduced me to this girl L, because she thought we would make a great couple, and also because I did the same every time she liked some friend of mine. Last Saturday I and my friends, including S, went to L's town to hang out with her since every single one of my friends loves her to death. She has a great personality, she's funny as hell, and so on. It went crazy good, or at least that's what I thought. We held our hands the whole night. She kept biting my shoulders for some reason. I took it as a good sign, and there have been a couple of times when we've been close enough to kiss. Didn't make the moving cause insecurity. All good until S comes to us like a fucking juggernaut, takes L away, and tells me she doesn't give a fuck about you. You ain't got a chance, with the angriest voice. She then grabbed L's hand and she told her, follow me, there's this hot guy I want to introduce you to, he's a friend of mine. That's the last time I saw L. Now me and this guy are good friends, and he'd just seen me with L, so luckily, I knew he wouldn't even look at her. Yesterday I finally had the chance to confront S. I asked her what was the matter with me and L, and all she told me was, well, since she doesn't give a fuck about you, and another guy is way hotter, I figured I might as well introduce them. Now I'm not that good with girls, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have acted like she did if she wasn't interested at all. So, what do you guys think I should do? I'm thinking about sending a big f*** you letter to S and stopping whatever friendship I have with her.
What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.